What's up YouTube? This is Concordia Jedi Asher. I want to bring you guys something that I've seen a few other channels do, like Star Wars Theory and the Stupendous Wave. I want to bring you guys a what if Star Wars scenario. Now first things first, I do not want to step on any fingers here. The two channels I just mentioned do tons of what if scenarios and other Star Wars videos, and they are very well worth the watch. I'll link their channels in the description so you can check them out after this. I'm personally subscribed to both of them and I know they would love new subscribers, so go check them out. The reason I want to start doing what if Star Wars scenarios is because I've noticed a few scenarios in the comments of their videos that suggest scenarios that have either not been covered or have not been covered in great detail. I will only be doing what if videos if I have not seen a video on the topic, or if I feel like there's something I can add, or if I feel like I have a different take. So without further ado, what if Obi-Wan Kenobi survived the events of A New Hope? In Episode 4, Obi-Wan allowed his former apprentice Darth Vader to strike him down in order to buy time for Luke and the others to escape the Death Star. But let's dive into what could have happened. Obi-Wan would be locked in a duel with Vader in one of the many hangars of the Death Star. As the stormtroopers guarding the Millennium Falcon would gather around to see what was happening, Han would signal to the others to make a run for the Falcon. Luke would notice his mentor in trouble. However, for the sake of this theory, let's say that instead of standing still, Luke, realizing the danger, would fire at the stormtroopers, who would draw their weapons and start firing in return. Han, Chewie, and Leia would return fire, and in a moment of distraction, Vader would turn his gaze away from Kenobi, who, with all his remaining strength, would muster a powerful force push that would knock Vader back into a wall, stunning him and allowing the old master to make a dash for the Falcon. Using his lightsaber to block several blasts from the stormtroopers, this would give them just enough time to escape in their ship. Once on board, Obi-Wan would collapse into a seat, his aged body exhausted from the experience. He almost couldn't believe he used to do this kind of stuff on a regular basis. As Leia tended to the Jedi, Han would pick up pursuing TIE fighters on the Falcon's radar. Han would tell Luke to man the second gunner's chair as Chewbacca would pilot the Falcon. Luke and Han would blast away the attacking TIE fighters, and after successfully escaping, our heroes would make their way to the hidden rebel base on Yavin 4, unaware that Vader's men had placed a homing beacon on board. Leia's arrival would prompt the rebellion leaders to call all available pilots to a mission briefing on taking out the Death Star. From here, things would play out as they did. The Death Star would begin to move into position to destroy the rebel base, Obi-Wan would reach out telepathically to Luke and tell him to trust in the Force, and Han would give Luke the opening he needed to destroy the Death Star. Soon after, the rebels would relocate their base to the Hoth system. However, because Obi-Wan would still be around, Luke would gain much more hands-on training. As the timeline would progress towards the events of The Empire Strikes Back, Obi-Wan, feeling he had nothing more he could teach Luke, would accompany Skywalker to Dagobah, months earlier than what we saw in regular continuity. Upon finding Yoda, the two masters would greet each other and discuss the best way to continue training Luke. Months would go by and Luke would gain more and more experience as a Jedi. However, during one of his sessions, Luke would see visions of his friends in danger. Unable to sit by as his friends suffered, Luke would make the choice to go to Bespin to rescue Han and the others. Obi-Wan would realize that Luke, although much stronger than before, would still be no match for Vader. Although against the wishes of Yoda and realizing that his best days were behind him, Obi-Wan would accompany Luke to Bespin. As they made their way to Cloud City, they would land and find themselves soon after in the carbon freezing chamber where Vader would be waiting. "The Force is with you, young Skywalker, but you are not a Jedi yet." Luke and Obi-Wan would ignite their lightsabers and prepare for the fight of their lives. So this is where I'm going to leave off. Let me know in the comments if you'd like a part 2. This is my first what if, so forgive me if it lacks in quality. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. This is Concordia Jedi Asher, and may the Force be with you.